We'd made the agreement, therefore we had to announce it. And we announced it, and the Wall Street Journal carried a fairly substantial article. At the end of the article, it happened that they said that when I completed all this, would likely be returning to Denver. It was really funny. I got this call. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Picked it up. Dan Ritchie here. I said, oh, well, this is Trig. Dan, where are you? Haven't seen you in a while. He said, oh, I'm in Denver. And now remember, it's 8 o'clock in Providence, 6 a.m. in Denver.
Right.
And Dan said, Trig, I'd like you to join the board at the University of Denver. I was intrigued immediately because I had enormous respect for Dan. We'd known each other for, well, at that point, that was 1995, late 95. We'd known each other since 75 in the business world, and we both, I think, had respect for each other. And I certainly respected him. So I went on the audit committee. Pretty soon the chairman left, and I was the chairman. All right. And then it followed FIAC and athletics and finance and budget. Chaired that for 8 or 9 years, and then the executive committee, of course, during every time I was chairman. That was so Dan's promise of really doing a great job with the university, taking it in the right direction. That was good. The other one was a false promise.
As you first joined the board, what was your take on things? How did you see the university?
I saw the university as having stabilized once I understood a little more.
Sure.
I saw it as having stabilized, but with some real opportunities. Opportunities that would take discipline, because we couldn't ape the Harvards and the Stanfords.
Right.
They had more money, they had more prestige, they had more history, even more history than we did.
Right.
And we'd been around for a while. And we couldn't go that route. We had to be more clever, more nimble. We had to be very careful with our money. We raised, by the time it was over, $490 million. The Denver Post ran a big banner headline saying DU to start medical school. Bruce called and said, Trig, I see you're starting a medical school. And I said, well, I think the paper jumped the gun because we haven't made that decision, and we may not, but we're looking at it. And he said, well, if you're going to do that, why don't you have a football team too?